Hey guys, it's Mike from Craft Beer Storm. It's Friday, and that means we have craft brew news for you. The news of the past week. We pick a couple stories and go into it in detail, and bring it to you for your pleasure, for your brewing pleasure. And just first off, if you can do us a big favor, there's a couple things. iTunes, if you can go on and give us a rating, give us a review, subscribe. That would help us tremendously. We need some reviews, guys. We need you to go out there, give us a ranking, give us a review. If you want to contact me, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. If you have any questions, that's awesome. But on iTunes, that's the only way we can get up in the rankings. It's ridiculous. There's some podcasts that have been out there. They haven't done anything since like 2015, right? It's like 3 years. But if you can help us out with that'd be tremendous, and get us up in the rankings, get some more, exposure, and expose more people to craft brew news and craft beer storm. Also, I'm putting together a craft beer weekend in Portsmouth, early May. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we can replicate this across the U.S. It's the details are going to put up a web page, and you can sign up there. And you can get a hotel room. You can be in the area and don't get a hotel room, but we'll have a whole bunch of stuff during the weekend. We'll have brewers. We'll have food pairings. We'll have visits to the breweries themselves, and you get a tour of the brewery. You get samples, and it's just a whole weekend full of beer-centric fun. And it's a great way to just get out and explore the city and the area and the region. Okay, so look out for that. But now let's get to the news. So, Beer Institute, aluminum tariffs are hurting U.S. beer industry. Around this time last year, the Beer Institute, the BI, a nation trade association representing the American brewing industry, warned that Donald Trump's aluminum and steel tariffs would cost the beer industry $347 million annually and lead to the loss of about 20,000 jobs. Well, as it turns out, the BI's worst fears are coming true. According to the article, the Washington, D.C. lobbying group tapped Austin, Texas-based Harbor Aluminum, a research firm that specializes in the global aluminum industry. And according to the firm, the U.S. beverage industry paid about $250 million for aluminum can sheet between March and December last year. And during the same period, however, the United States Department of Treasury collected just $50 million, while the U.S. smelters and rolling mills pocketed the rest. And here's the rub. The U.S. can sheet used to produce beverage cans contains 70% domestic scrap metal, which is exempt from tariffs, and the other 30% comes from imported primary aluminum. So 70% is domestic, and only 30% is aluminum. But according to the BI, domestic beverage manufacturers paid a tariff on the 100% of the can sheet used to make beverage cans. So, in other words, rolling mills and smelters are effectively stealing from beverage manufacturers by overcharging for can sheet, as it was made entirely from imported primarily aluminum. The brewers are paying a tariff price even on domestic aluminum. McGreevy said via press release. I have heard from brewers large and small across the country who are seeing their aluminum costs drastically increase, even when they are using American aluminum. Approximately 60% of the beer produced and sold in the U.S. is packed in aluminum cans and bottles, the BA estimates. And in addition to the BI, the Brewers Association, the American Beverage Association, and the CMI oppose the tariffs on steel and aluminum. So, got some funny stuff going on here. They're taking advantage, I guess. The aluminum industry is taking advantage of this tariff. They're just charging everybody. It doesn't matter the percentage of aluminum that's imported. But this is all pointing to the fact that people should get away from cans. Stay away from aluminum cans. Get back into bottles. 22-ounce bottles would be awesome. If you can go back into that, that'd be fantastic, at least for me. But here you go with aluminum. And, well, I said it's coming down the pike, but I think these aluminum manufacturers are, these can manufacturers are not doing it correctly, and I think there might be some lawsuits coming along watch out for that. We'll keep you updated. Next story. These are the fastest growing breweries in America, according to the Brew Association. So in Iowa, craft brewery topped the Brew Association list of the 50 fastest growing breweries in 2018, but it wasn't toppling Goliath. No, the distinction went being the fastest growing U.S. brewery in 2018 belongs to Lake Time Brewery. The 7-year-old Lake Time, located in Clear Lake, Iowa, a vacation haunt for Midwesterners about 30 minutes from the Minnesota border, produced 1,300 barrels of beer in 2018, according to the co-founder, Rob Rolling. That's up from an estimated 220 barrels in 2017, which Rolling attributed to opening a new production facility and installing a canning line. So it's not massive quantities of beer, it's just a percentage change, which put them at the top of the list. So this is the second year that the BA has released a list of fastest growing breweries. Last year's top honor went to Milford, Massachusetts-based Craft Roots Brewing, which produced 308 barrels of beer in 2017, up from 20 barrels from the year before. So it's a percentage change, and they Craft Roots did not make a repeat appearance on this year's list, of course, because it probably leveled off. Although official production figures are not disclosed, it is believed that the largest brewery in 2018 was popular hazy IPA maker Treehouse Brewery, which is in Massachusetts, making great beer. The Massachusetts-based craft brewery produced 19,250 barrels of beer in 2017 and likely sold more than 40,000 barrels last year. So they're really cranking it out. Treehouse did not immediately respond to an inquiry regarding 2018 production figures. On the other end of the spectrum, a handful of companies on the list produced fewer than 100 barrels in 2017, including Long Branch, California-based Dutch Brew House, which made just 5 barrels of beer that year. All right, well, there you go. And all these stories are brought to you by brewbound.com, by the way. brewbound.com. Yeah, fastest growing brewers, but it could be from 5 barrels to 20, and whatever. But it shows that local breweries are increasing their production and meeting demand. So it's just everything's kind of getting hyper local. A lot of people want their local beers, and it's showing in these figures. Next story, the saga continues. Stone versus Miller Coors. The court denies craft breweries' attempt to block sales of rebranded Keystone Light packaging. So Stone Brewing's initial attempt to prevent Miller Coors from selling rebranded Keystone Light products has come up short. On Tuesday, a federal judge denied Stone's motion for a preliminary injunction, as well as the San Diego-based craft brewery's attempt to dismiss Miller Coors' counterclaims. And if you look at the can that Keystone put out, it just says Stone on it, right? I don't know. You look at it, it's like blatant, but and it's just going to be a long mess too. They're going to stay in courts. So, although U.S. District Judge Roger T. Benitez denied Stone's motions, he wrote that at the craft brewery's trademark infringement claim is monetarily strong, and he said the Stone trademark is indisputable with protectable ownership. But still, Benitez found the Stone was hard-pressed to prove that it would suffer irreparable harm by not receiving a preliminary injunction. He added that Miller Coors has not been found liable of trademark infringement and should not be forced to stop using the refreshed Keystone Light packaging until the matter is decided in a courtroom. So he's like, you can't just stop it. They have to be found liable first before you go and stop them from producing these cans with Stone blatantly on the front. Stone filed a lawsuit against Miller Coors nearly 14 months ago, alleging that the mainstream beer manufacturers rebranded Keystone Light packaging and advertisements infringed on its Stone trademark. The case, which was first cited by attorney Brendan Palfreyman, who runs the trademarkyourbeer.com website, will now advance to the discovery phase and potentially a trial. Stone is seeking monetary damages and a permanent injunction against the rebranded Keystone Light packages. Stone Brewing co-founder Greg Koch said in a press release, all along this has been a clear-cut infringement case, and now we can focus on resources on proving the significant damages done to the good name of Stone Brewing. And Stone CEO also chimed in, Dominic Ingalls. Miller Coors has made hundreds of millions of dollars from rebranding Keystone in a way that infringes on our trademark. It also has hurt Stone and hurt our brand. We look forward to presenting this evidence at the court and trial. So I don't know if it's hurt their brand. I think it's probably blatant that they're calling it Stone. It's Keystone. It's not Stone. So there's some funny things going on in Miller Coors. They're trying to boost sales, and I think that's what they're doing here, which is not really cool. But we got to let the courts decide, right? It's a legal matter now. It's a legal matter. And we'll keep you updated on that story. And last story is Boston Beer names new CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. So after an 8-month search, the Boston Beer Company, which is traded on New York Stock Exchange, has identified its next Chief Marketing Officer. The country's second largest craft brewery today, named Lysage. I hope I'm saying it right. It's Lysyj. Lysage, who currently the U.S. president of Welch Foods, Inc., as the new CMO. Now, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, please, Mr. Cook, call me. That way we can put you on the podcast. So I tried to pronounce her name correctly, but, if you give me a call, that'd be great. Jim Cook. At Welch's, Lysage was irresponsible for the $600 million in revenue, leading to marketing, sales, innovation, and licensing. The company's food and beverage powers in the U.S., according to LinkedIn. And prior to joining Welch's, Lysage spent 1.5 years as the president of Weight Watchers in North America and 3 years as CMO of Heineken USA. I'm getting allergies, guys. I'm sorry about my voice. It's but that I find myself sneezing and all this stuff, so it's bad. More water. It's good. Anyway, Lysage fills the vacancy left by John Potter, Boston Beer's first ever CMO, who departed the company last July. An SEC filing, Boston Beer and Lysage's would earn $475,000 annually. That's a very nice salary, not including performance bonuses totaling as much as 50% of the base salary. So she's going to be raking it in. She will also have an option to purchase shares of the company's Class A common stock valued at approximately $1.5 million. So she's going to have a good deal. Her hiring is the second notable appointment for Boston Beer this month. Last week, the company named Uber Inc. General Manager Megan Joyce to its board of directors. So Boston Beer, which makes the Samuel Adams, Angry Orchard, Twisted Tea, and Truly Hard Seltzer brands, among other offerings, posted double-digit growth in depletion shipments and sales last year. And on its way to shipping nearly 4.3 million barrels of product in 2018, the company increased net revenue by 15.4% to $995.7 million. And according to the release, Lysage, who is 56, will oversee the planning, development, and execution of Boston's brand development, marketing, and advertising initiatives. So Lysage is in. I guess, Boston Beer is serious about, getting more sales up. And I guess it's been proven with their former CMO. Just marketing and getting the word out there about Boston Beer, and Sam Adams and all these other products has increased their sales. And that's just part of the whole mix. It's just not, just brew beer and put it in a keg and hopefully somebody buys it. It's all a combination of sales team, marketing, branding. It's just all together, and this is a big part of it, and it's proven. They proved it. So that is our craft brew news today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go on iTunes, please subscribe, leave us a rating, leave us a review. That's the only way we get up in the rankings. As I said, there's things on there from 2015. I don't know why. Doesn't make sense. I'm live. I do this 3 times a week, right? So get me up there in those rankings, iTunes. I don't know what's happening with you. But you guys have to go on there and you have to show them. Give me a rating and review. Even just a rating. There's stars. Click on it, right? 5, preferably. Just 5. Just click on the 5 stars. Everything's okay. And that's our show for today. And I wish you a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.